Hey there, this is the Huey Freeman, back with part 3 of Mega Man X3 Pacifist. Or if you're a Mega Man 9 fan, I guess you can call it Peacekeeper. This time our opponent is Blast Hornet. He's in charge of what looks to be an army base. And he's pretty fun, if not a little difficult, to buster run. So I think I'm going to try to treat most of this stage like another speed run. Just try to dash over the enemies I can, like so. And when you get to the elevator, you can't necessarily make it as much of a speed run. Might as well just fire to the music more than anything else. Dodging these guys don't seem to be much of a problem. Jump when you need to. Now that we're done here, we're going to try a leap of faith, which always seems to almost work. And we're going to find ourselves against the mini-boss, which I'm going to go ahead and call it a hollow star, because it seems to be a hologram and it appears in the shape of a star, so whatever its real name is, I'm going to call it hollow star anyway. What you can do against this guy is, rapid fire works best, and in its first mode, when you hit it with something, it'll jump. You can use that to your advantage if you're a skilled player. If you're not, then you just continue to get hit like me. There are a couple other modes, one where it climbs walls and ceiling, but it only does that for a little bit because it's easy to avoid. The third one it does is when it spins on its axis, what it'll do is jump at various heights, but I guess we went ahead and took it out before that became more of a threat, because that one's a little more difficult to deal with. Now we take X outside, where he beat up with his ride armor, or the first one. And the ride armors are another gift to X, where you can use it like a meat shield, just like you use Zero. They have their own life bars. Now, one thing I want to mention is, since I said I was going for a 100% run, that means I can kill a couple more of the enemies, like this thing that was holding my ride armor hostage. So I'm trying to get not only all of the armor pieces and heart tanks and whatnot, but the ride armors, so that I can go ahead and get the golden armor and a couple of the other secrets. In some ways this is better than having Zero because, well, first of all, you still have Zero reserves, and second of all, you're a little bit of an unstoppable tank. This mini-boss, I do not understand the purpose behind it. A helicopter brings a box, you destroy the box. The second helicopter brings another box, you destroy that box. And you keep going, lather, rinse, repeat. That's really all it is to it. I mean, if you let the boxes stack up to more than 2, the ship starts firing at you, but that's pretty much it. The best I can think of is maybe it's some kind of objective, maybe gives you some kind of purpose where you're holding off their supplies, but I don't know, it just doesn't make logical sense to me. I mean, if I was Doppler's army, I'd just decide to load the ship when X wasn't there. You can't be everywhere at once, but who knows, that's just me. So now that we've successfully foiled them, we're going to go ahead and find ourselves at the heart tank in this level. A lot of people think you need the air dash to get to it, but you can use the ride armor to get to it as well. But the thing is, you lose the ride armor, which is fine, because you're going to lose it anyway, trying to get to that mini boss door, which is for Bit and Bite. But Bit and Bite don't appear before you kill the first 2 bosses, so I guess it doesn't matter. As we get back inside, we find ourselves to a couple more conveyor belts like earlier. I think I'm going to try to let this guy kill himself first. There we go. I guess we didn't really succeed at that, but we could pass him up. Ow. And there's the last section where you don't want the boxes to hit you on their way down. And here we are, ready for Blast Hornet. Thing about Blast Hornet is he has 2 phases to him, and without it's really fun to toy with him when you have his weakness, which is the gravity. But since we don't have it, we'll go ahead and deal with the Buster for now. He shoots a spray of bees at you and tries to hit you with the Stinger. The Stinger hurts. Let me flat out and say that, especially if you don't have a heart tank. The Stinger hurts a lot. And the bees are meant to corner you, but a good thing you can do there is he's going to spread in the direction you are when he starts firing, so make sure you're in a place where you're not going to end up roaming otherwise. When you get to the second section, he starts throwing the red target at you. And if he hits you with the target, that itself doesn't hurt, but he'll start to shoot his bees at you and they'll start homing in on you, aka Hornet Man style. So those are a little tougher to deal with, but those individual bees don't do as much damage as if you run into Hornet Man himself. So the deceptive thing is you try to avoid the bees and you end up running into Hornet Man most of the time and get yourself killed that way. But you try not to worry about them as much. And then just go for the kill. So that takes out Hornet Man. After this, we're going to have to start dealing with Bit, Bite, and Vile as little mini-bosses. And I'll see you guys next time.